Today we are going to learn about mastering multi-container apps with Docker Compose. We will explore how to efficiently manage multi-container applications, set up and manage Docker apps effectively. Welcome to our course on mastering multi-container applications with Docker Compose. In this video, we will unravel the complexities of managing applications that require multiple containers. Docker Compose is a tool that helps you define and run multi-container Docker applications. By using a simple YAML file, you can configure your application's services, networks, and volumes, making it a crucial tool for deploying complex applications seamlessly in a production environment. By the end of this session, you will be equipped with the skills necessary to efficiently manage and deploy multi-container applications using Docker Compose.
Let's begin with understanding Docker Compose. Docker Compose is an essential tool for defining and running multi-container Docker applications. It allows you to manage your entire application environment with a single configuration file, the docker-compose.yml file. Unlike running individual Docker commands for each container, Docker Compose simplifies the process by allowing you to configure all your services, networks, and volumes in one place. This not only reduces the complexity but also ensures consistency across different environments. Docker Compose is particularly beneficial when working on applications that require multiple interacting services, such as a web server, database, and cache layer. It enables you to create a reproducible and isolated environment for your application, facilitating both development and deployment. We'll explore how Docker Compose can be used to set up and manage these environments effectively.
Now that we have a basic understanding of Docker Compose, let's delve into defining services in the docker-compose.yml file. This YAML file is the cornerstone of your multi-container application setup. It allows you to define each service, which is essentially a container, that your application needs. Each service can have its own configuration, including the image to be used, environment variables, volumes, and networks. One of the powerful features of Docker Compose is the ability to define dependencies between services. This ensures that services are started in the correct order, for example, starting a database service before the web server service that depends on it. Additionally, the docker-compose.yml file supports various configuration options, such as specifying network settings, defining custom commands for services, and setting resource limits. When defining services, it's important to follow best practices, such as using unique names for your services, organizing your YAML file for readability, and leveraging environment variables for configurations that vary between environments. We'll guide you through creating a robust docker-compose.yml file that is both efficient and maintainable. Networking is a critical component of multi-container applications. In Docker Compose, networking enables containers to communicate with each other. By default, Docker Compose creates a single network for your application, allowing all services to communicate with each other without additional configuration. This default network is typically a bridge network, which provides the necessary isolation and communication between containers. However, in more complex setups, you may want to create custom networks to isolate certain services or to accommodate specific network requirements. Docker Compose allows you to define these custom networks within the docker-compose.yml file, giving you control over network settings such as IP address ranges and subnet configurations. Additionally, you can link services using the depends_on option, which ensures that services are started in the correct order and are able to communicate with each other. Properly managing network isolation is crucial for security and performance, especially in production environments. We'll explore how to configure and manage networks in Docker Compose, ensuring your services are securely and efficiently connected. Managing environment variables is an essential aspect of configuring Docker Compose applications. Environment variables allow you to define configuration settings that can vary between different environments, such as development, testing, and production. In Docker Compose, you can specify environment variables directly in the docker-compose.yml file or through an external env file. Using an env file is particularly useful for managing sensitive data, such as API keys and database credentials, as it keeps them separate from your version-controlled configuration files. Docker Compose automatically reads these variables from the env file, enabling you to manage different configurations for different environments easily. It's important to follow best practices when managing environment variables, such as avoiding hard-coding sensitive data in your configuration files, using descriptive variable names, and organizing your env files for readability. We'll guide you through setting up environment variables in Docker Compose, ensuring your applications are properly configured and secure across all environments.
One of the powerful features of Docker Compose is the ability to scale services horizontally. Scaling involves increasing the number of instances of a particular service to handle additional load or to ensure high availability. With Docker Compose, scaling is as simple as using the scale option with the Docker Compose up command. This allows you to specify the number of instances you want for a particular service, enabling you to dynamically adjust your application's capacity based on demand. However, scaling services requires careful consideration of load balancing and resource allocation to ensure optimal performance. It's important to understand the difference between stateful and stateless services when scaling. Stateless services, such as web servers, can be easily scaled as they don't retain any session information. On the other hand, stateful services, such as databases, require special handling to maintain data consistency and integrity. We'll explore how to effectively scale your services using Docker Compose, ensuring your applications are both scalable and resilient. Data persistence is a crucial aspect of managing containerized applications. Docker volumes provide a way to persist data generated by and used by Docker containers. In Docker Compose, you can define volumes in the docker-compose.yml file, specifying how and where data should be stored. Volumes can be named, allowing you to easily manage and reference them across different services and containers. They can also be anonymous, providing temporary storage that is removed when the container is deleted. Using volumes ensures that your data remains intact, even when containers are restarted or updated. It's important to follow best practices for volume management, such as organizing your volumes for easy identification, ensuring data security through proper access controls, and regularly backing up your data. We'll guide you through setting up and managing volumes in Docker Compose, ensuring your applications have reliable and persistent data storage.
Integrating Docker Compose into C/CD pipelines is a critical step in automating your build and deployment processes. Docker Compose allows you to define and manage your application's environment, ensuring consistency across different stages of your pipeline, from development to testing to production. By using Docker Compose in your C/CD pipelines, you can automate the process of building, testing, and deploying your multi-container applications. This not only improves the efficiency of your development process but also reduces the risk of errors and inconsistencies. Docker Compose can be used to create isolated test environments for running automated tests, ensuring your application is thoroughly tested before deployment. It's important to follow best practices for C/CD integration, such as keeping your pipeline configuration and version control, automating as much of the process as possible, and regularly reviewing and updating your pipeline for improvements. We'll explore how to effectively integrate Docker Compose into your C/CD pipelines, ensuring your applications are built and deployed efficiently and reliably. Maintaining multi-container setups can be challenging, but following best practices can help ensure your applications are reliable, secure, and efficient. One of the key best practices is organizing your docker-compose.yml file for readability and maintainability. This includes using descriptive names for your services, networks, and volumes, and grouping related configurations together. Keeping your configurations in version control is also important, as it allows you to track changes and roll back to previous versions if needed. Regularly updating your Docker images is crucial for ensuring your applications benefit from the latest features, performance improvements, and security patches. Monitoring and logging are essential for keeping track of your application's performance and identifying issues early. Implementing robust monitoring and logging solutions can help you proactively manage your applications and minimize downtime. Finally, security considerations should be at the forefront of your multi-container setups. This includes securing your Docker host, using trusted images, and implementing proper access controls. By following these best practices, you can ensure your multi-container applications are well maintained and resilient in production environments.
In conclusion, mastering multi-container applications with Docker Compose is a vital skill for efficiently managing and deploying complex applications. Docker Compose provides a powerful set of features for defining, running, and managing multi-container environments, from defining services and networking to managing environment variables and scaling services. By following best practices for maintaining multi-container setups, you can ensure your applications are reliable, secure, and efficient. Whether you're setting up a development environment or deploying to production, Docker Compose offers the tools you need to manage your applications effectively. We hope this course has equipped you with the knowledge and skills necessary to confidently set up and manage multi-container Docker applications. Thank you for joining us, and we wish you success in your Docker Compose journey.